Conversation and debate right now across our country. This weekend, a southern Minnesota firefighter decided to fly the flag on a fire truck in a 4th of July parade, stirring up a lot of emotion. Fox 9's Ted Haller here now. And Ted, this firefighter has been suspended from the job, right?
He is, Kelsey. He told me he mentioned the idea to a couple firefighters, but never actually got permission to do so. I had a chance to talk with Brian Nielsen. I asked him to explain his decision.
The Confederate flag just symbolizes, a flag that was flown in the Civil War, North against the South, and the South wanted to separate from the North.
Now suspended Heartland volunteer firefighter Brian Nielsen tells us he flew the Confederate flag in neighboring Albert Lea's 3rd of July parade as a protest against political correctness and concerns the flag will vanish from history.
I'm not a Southerner. I'm not for slavery. I'm not a racist. I'm not any of that.
You say this is about history, but why can't we just read and see the Confederate flag in history books? Why do we have to see it in a parade?
Okay, but would they take that out of history books? I mean, there's some talk that they might want to take it out of history books.
Not many Heartland residents wanted to talk to Fox 9 about the flag, but underneath the flag he fought for in the Vietnam War, one resident told us he doesn't care for the Confederate flag, but is withholding judgment on Nielsen's decision to fly it.
I don't know what the intent was, and so I can't say whether I agree or disagree.
It reflects badly on something that was a very good thing.
Randy Kerr is on the Albert Lea Chamber of Commerce, which sponsored the parade.
What apparently has developed is unfortunate in that the actions of one person are reflecting negatively on the community, on volunteer firefighters.
I was really, just struck by it. I was shocked.
Deb Hoganson confronted Nielsen when she saw the Confederate flag.
So he was there representing his city and his fellow firefighters. In that context, no, you shouldn't do that.
I acknowledge that it probably wasn't the right thing to do, on a fire truck or, a government vehicle per se. But in a sense, I didn't think it would receive this much attention either.
Nielsen told me he is willing to apologize if this will help him get his firefighter position back, and that he feels bad for all the negative attention this caused for the fire department and for Heartland. Now, Nielsen was not the only person to fly a Confederate flag in Minnesota over the holiday weekend. Another person did so in an Earhart parade. Kelsey?